Hi, it's Mike Richardson. It's good to be with you again for this second video called Unlocking the Gridlock. When I'm with you speaking at your Vistage tech groups, we talk about the fact that if we're not careful, our agility as a team, as an organization, is locked up. It is stuck in gridlock. We're trying to be in the driving seat of our business. We're trying to attend to these two dimensions simultaneously. If you watch the first video, Unlocking the Gridlock number 1, this was explained to you. I went through it back then. If you missed that video, please circle back around and go and see it for yourselves. We've got these two dimensions to be attending to in the face of this increasing VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity, which is coming at us in an increasingly time-compressed way. And if we're not careful, that defaults our team in the lower left-hand corner here into gridlock. They're so maxed out, they're so consumed, they're so gridlocked with everything that's going on from day to day. They can be gridlocked in crisis management, in disorganized chaos, which if we're not careful becomes chronic. So in the last video, we talked about some of the actions that you can take to begin unlocking the gridlock on this vertical dimension here called agile productivity. And we talked about immediately instigating a daily meeting, which in my experience will begin to really unlock the gridlock. That'll be a first phase, a first gear if you like, and then come in behind that with the bigger meetings matrix that lays out what meetings, with what frequencies, with which participants, etc. Again, if you go back to monthly sprint number 1, if you go back to that, month 1, then you'll see all of that laid out. So here we are in monthly sprint number 2, and this one is going to be about the next phase of things that I would be doing to unlock the gridlock and to get the next phase of traction. And that relates to this horizontal dimension of agile culture. If we want to go the distance, if we want to ultimately generate the culture of agility to the maximum that we need, there are some simple things to get started. And there are two actions here. The first of which I call declaring war on excuses, and the second of which I call core values in 100 places. So as you'll see from the resources below, giving you some tools and templates and tips and tricks to tackle both of these actions on this dimension of agile culture to get into the next gear of unlocking the gridlock, get into the next gear of traction. The first tool, declaring war on excuses, is one of my most fun things that I like to do. I'm going to suggest to you that your business is prone to excuses. In fact, it's riddled with excuses. In fact, most businesses are rife with excuses, and it's time to stop tolerating them because they rob you blind of your agility every single day. So giving you some resources to begin to declare war on excuses, to get to that place of no tolerance, zero excuses. That's what it takes to be agile. So look out below for the resources for that. The second tool is to go beyond that, is to go further, is to get clearer and clearer about the core values which are the backbone of the culture that you want, and how are you going to bring more definition to those core values with the behaviors that you always want to see and hear around here, and the behaviors that you never want to see and hear around here. And then how do we institutionalize those core values in 100 ways, 100 approaches, 100 places around our business to really drive them into the DNA of our business and really build that culture of agility that we're looking for over the long run. So 2 more actions now in this next monthly sprint number 2. to complement what we did in monthly sprint number 1. That was all about meetings. This is all now about culture and developing a culture of agility, which starts with declaring war on excuses and then defining our core values and the behaviors that we want and beginning to institutionalize those in 100 places around the business. So this is Mike Richardson signing out. Look out for your resources below, and look out for the discussion guide coming up right now, on which I invite you to pause and discuss the concept of excuses and core values with your team. Mike Richardson signing out. Here comes your discussion guide right now.